I'm not going to say a lot more about the ocean champions rather than singly identifying congressional ocean champions. We want to also in this program identify ocean champions from advocacy and education and research and all the different innovative ways that people have of helping to protect our oceans and use resources more sustainably. This is, I'm not going to show the whole video, but I'll show the introduction of one such ocean
Walking
champion.
down the street and you see a little flower popping up through a crack in the sidewalk. Are you going to root for the flower or the paper?
This is Mark Massara, attorney, surfer, coastal warrior.
We do battle with all of these developers and their lawyers and lobbyists seeking to carve up, pave over, and develop coastal resources.
His chosen battlefield, the 1,100-mile California coastline.
The problem is that what little is left is being lost at such a tremendous pace that by the time we learn to fully appreciate the value of coastal resources, they may well all be gone.
As the Sierra Club Director of Coastal Programs, Massara imagines himself more than just another environmentalist. He is a self-appointed protector of the coastal zone, where he is constantly fighting legal battles and building coalitions to halt development.
Surfrider was able to catalog over 40,000 violations of the Clean Water Act against these two companies.
His reputation blossomed early. In 1991, working with a young conservation organization called Surfrider, he won a landmark Clean Water Act case against two Eureka pulp and paper mills operating on the coast.
They were discharging 40 million gallons of black toxic effluent into a vital marine habitat and surfing.
Victory garnered national attention and made Massara a celebrity among environmentalists.
Well, that's an introduction. Let me say that all of the videos, if you're interested in watching the whole thing, are available either on the wavesofchange.org website or the link to the Oceans portal, which has even more resources and work to do that. The last area, climate change. We're working with groups such as the Climate Change Institute to address a number of climate change issues related to the oceans. Most importantly, ocean acidification, also bleaching coral reefs, the change in the ocean currents, the impacts climate change is having on marine food security, and sea level rise. The Waves of Change campaign is going to put a priority in keeping the public aware of the relationship of oceans to this important issue, and to work with new partners and new technologies to create a stronger advocacy-related approach. This is a projected map of Florida, what would happen if we had sea level rise of 20 feet. The red portion is what would be underwater. This is our own local area here, where you can see what would no longer be above surface with a 20-foot rise. An organization in Santa Barbara is actually having cities draw a blue line around that 20-foot level just to show the potential danger areas. Nobody's saying we're going to have 20 feet sea level rise, but it could happen. That's kind of a worst case, but think of everything in between, which could be impacted in danger. This is one group that might welcome global warming, this NOAA research team. We mentioned earlier the public support of UN frameworks, and I'll let Noel fill in the blanks on this one, but the Friends of the United Nations, which Noel heads, will work with the United States to develop broader support for UN frameworks to help address these critical issues. They include the Law of the Sea Convention, the Agenda 21 Planetary Blueprint for Sustainable Development, the implementation of the World Summit on Sustainable Development, and the Millennium Development Goals. And we also are exploring a little-known tool with new partnerships created at the Earth Summit. They've identified what they call the major stakeholders groups that literally have a place at the table with the heads of state, with the environmental ministers. I was elected a year ago to represent North America and literally sat down in roundtable discussions with all the environmental ministers of the world in Monaco. And it's an opportunity for civil society to really give input to policy. And what I learned, many of these people really don't have a clue on what the science is, what the policy options are, and they get most of their information from the World Bank or the International Monetary Fund, unless civil society is there to give a voice. So we want to see if we can better organize this tool that is already available through these international frameworks to bring these messages. And the groups include farmers, indigenous people, business and industry, NGOs, children and youth, women, workers and trade unions, local authorities, and scientific and technology groups. They are guaranteed to have one representative from each of these groups, as well as 4 representatives from the 6 regions around the world. So that could be a very strong force if it was organized and focused a little bit better. Also, we want to create new online memberships, such as we did with our World Oceans Day that I know a lot of you participated in the Happy Theater. I don't know if we shared the numbers with the public, but just through that one event, or a series of 4 events actually, we had 397,000 people from 110 countries and territories participate. Most of them participated to watch the event as a podcast, which is now on iTunes later, not the live event itself. But I think you can see the potential outreach with these new kinds of technologies that I know Vince Albanese is going to be speaking to us more about. The Blue Cities, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. We have a whole separate presentation, though I'll mention that if your group is interested in learning more about Blue City, we'd love to see cities like Tampa and St. Petersburg and other communities around here adopt those possibilities as well. We want to have increased media focus. Noel has a great idea of having at the UN each year an annual State of the Ocean news briefing. The creation of websites featuring ocean news stories from the world has already been done. This was an idea 2 months ago. It's a reality now in the Oceans Portal. So please check out oceansportal.org. Reaching out to news networks and so forth.
Children of the earth, I'm calling out. There's a mission for you and for me. You see, our mother, she has been suffering, and the truth is told beneath the seas. So raise your voices, sing like ocean waves crashing to the shore. Okay, here we go. This is our song for the oceans, Mother Earth, we are calling your name. We know you're taken for granted, but we stand here committed to change. The voices of children are singing towards tomorrow's horizon they gaze. Oh, this is our song for the oceans, give us strength. Awesome. Okay.
That's an excerpt from Song for the Oceans that Kristen literally wrote for our World Ocean Day event in 2007 at the Happy. But from that event, Kristen and other artists, entertainers, Ed Begley Jr.'s Celebrity Media Group have all pledged to be involved and support these efforts. I was pleased today to get a call from Dave Gallo of Woods Hole, who said now he wants to be involved and is going to help us make some differences that way. So we're developing a great network in that area to get the message out.
So thank you very much.
Okay.
I think that very much appreciated that.